toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies offense will get the first crack at it here. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Jordan. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down. And the Huskies come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nope.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Now on the return. He gets a block. Touchdown, Hawaii! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, and putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Wide receiver comes in motion. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Jordan. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Washington sends out the punt team. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. He'll field the punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Hawaii's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Meadows. This time it's complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Warriors! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And here comes the offense on second down. We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Let's go. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Going for the marker on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
He'll keep it himself. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Back to pass, it's Meadows. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And that one's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
It's complete on the right side. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw, it's Meadows. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Field goal is good, and that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this 1st half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Got his man quickly. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
Number 10, on to kick it away.
Catches it at the 30. Lowers those pads. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've got the screen set up. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Rainbow Warriors are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Meadows. Grab near the marker, it's Spears. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught over the middle. It's Spears. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. South Alabama is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 28 over Marshall. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down, he'll throw it. Back open in the middle. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Huskies moving quickly to the line. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. Looking to throw for it. He unleashes a long one. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Husky. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back to throw, it's Meadows. Bringing the heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Pocket breaking down. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And this offense has been the story through two quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll open the second half on the ground. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. From the gun, the ground game. At the 45 on his way. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm there.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hawaii! And the pummeling has started.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
It's complete to the right. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Looking downfield, it's Meadows. Got his man. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Pulls it in.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Dumps it off in the flats. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Rainbow Warriors with the 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Sets up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll try to get outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get...
Looking for the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Handoff from the shotgun. Drives into the pile just to pick up of 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Scanning the field, it's Meadows. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Motion from the wideout. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backwards. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Rainbow Warriors come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the air, it's Meadows. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Snagged out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Rainbow Warriors are on the move. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He'll pull it on the read. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Rush is on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Under fire. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all the way back to the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. Makes the catch at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could